Hello folks, welcome to another session. Today we are going to be talking about a career which is made for animal lovers. You can join the science of medicine as well as treat animals if you are an animal lover, if you are a pet lover, if you choose this particular career. We will be talking about career as a veterinary doctor. So who exactly is a veterinary doctor? Well, he is a medical professional who provides animals with medical treatment. Just like normal physicians and doctors work with human patients, here the veterinary doctor work with animals. So they basically diagnose and treat diseases of the animals. They dress up their wounds, they treat the sick animals, they recommend medications for them, as well as advise their owners as to what they have recommended and what are the treatment options available for the care of their pet and livestock. A veterinary doctor can actually work in multiple settings. He can be working in hospitals which are associated with the government or even in private clinics. He can be working in research centers, in corporations, etc., which are associated with animal related products, as well as he can be working as a trainee in university settings too. They can be dealing with small animals in their own clinics, or they can be even traveling to farms to deal with larger animals and even wild animals for that matter. The next question which comes to our mind is, what are the job roles which a veterinarian has to follow? Well, there are vast array of job roles that can be ascertained by a particular veterinarian when he or she has undertaken specializations in different fields. Like for example, corporate veterinary medicine. It basically involves veterinarians working in corporations which are involved in animal vet services, or they may be involved in services wherein they have to extract animal products, या फिर pharmaceutical industries, etc. Then there are the equine veterinarian who specifically treat the diseased horses. As you all know, horses are animals who are actually used for their benefits in various fields. So there are specialization courses actually for these doctors to specifically work with the horses. Then there are veterinarians who work for the food safety and inspection. इनका बेसिकली फूड और एनिमल वेलफेयर डिपार्टमेंट में रोल होता है, wherein they test the livestock for various diseases. एक्चुअली जो भी शेल्टर्स होते हैं उनकी क्लीनिंग, उनके फूड रेगुलेशंस, जो भी नॉर्म्स गवर्नमेंट ने सेटअप किए हैं उनका फॉलो हो रहा है कि नहीं, ये सब ये वेटरनरियंस हैंडल करते हैं. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस दे एक्चुअली ऑल्सो प्रोवाइड वैक्सीन्स ताकि बेटरमेंट हो सके इन द एनिमल हेल्थ केयर. Then there are the companion animal veterinarians who specifically work in government and private hospitals, or they may be owning their own clinics. यहाँ पे वो जनरली पेट्स की देखभाल करते हैं एंड दे ऑल्सो क्रिएट अवेयरनेस अमंग्स द ओनर्स हाउ दे आर सपोज टू ट्रीट देयर पेट्स एज वेल एज कोप अप विद एनी काइंड ऑफ इलनेसेस विच देयर पेट मस्ट बी हैविंग. Then there are the research veterinarians. Obviously नाम से ही पता चल रहा है ये रिसर्च में इन्वॉल्व होते हैं. So they may be working in university settings या फिर industrial setting में work कर सकते हैं, wherein they are carrying out research on the physiology of the animal working, right? So in that case, they will be working towards development of treatment options, development of technologies in animal welfare, as well as they can also work towards research of products of animals. कैसे animals को बिना harm पहुंचाए उनके जो products हैं उनका benefit humans को दिया जा सके. उनके पास भी अगर कोई human आता है इलाज के लिए तो सबसे पहला काम होता है to observe the symptoms as to what the patient is presenting. So similar is the case of veterinarian also. तो सबसे पहले वो एनिमल्स को एग्जामिन करते हैं, उनका ऑब्जर्वेशन होता है as to what symptoms the animal is showing and what are the health problems which are related with the particular animal. Then if there is treatment of wounds that needs to be done, then they also treat and dress the wounds. They also perform surgeries on animals when necessary. So there are various kinds of surgery as well as various kinds of specialization fields also, which work on the different types of surgeries, different kinds of fields that are associated with animal welfare. Then their work is also to schedule a vaccine plan for animals. They also vaccinate them against diseases. जो भी medical equipment required होता है in the diagnosis of the disease, या फिर जब treatment हो रहा होता है या surgeries हो रही होती हैं, उन सब का ऑपरेशन हैंडल करना और उनको मैनेज करना भी एक्चुअली वेटरिनरी डॉक्टर प्लस उनके स्टाफ का ही काम होता है. Then they also, apart from this, advise their pet owners or the animal owners about how the general care can be taken of their pets, as well as कोई भी medical condition होती है तो recommend करना कि क्या क्या treatment options हो सकते हैं. To make the owner aware about their pet's condition are all part of duty of a veterinarian. They also obviously prescribe medication, and in the following of all of these duties, they actually create a lot of awareness also about animal healthcare, and they must perform all of these duties within the line of ethical standards. Now, what are the skills which are required in a person, in an individual who's going to opt for a career like this? Well, obviously compassion. You must be able to treat your patients who are animals who have no voice for themselves with a lot of compassion and kindness, and you must also be sensitive towards their owners. Try to understand what they are going through so that you might be able to provide a better care to their patient. Then decision making is obviously very important when you are a doctor in any field for that matter, क्योंकि आपका डिसीजन ही ट्रीटमेंट प्लान को चॉक आउट करने में मदद करता है, एंड इन टर्न दैट हेल्प्स इन द रिकवरी ऑफ योर पेशेंट एज वेल एज इट्स अप्रोप्रिएट ट्रीटमेंट. Another skill is that of communication. The doctor must be able to communicate very accurately with the owner. He needs to tell them the treatment options which are available. He needs to tell them about recommendations that he has as well as about medications, because obviously थोड़े ही टाइम एनिमल वेटरिनरियन के पास रहता है, रेस्ट ऑफ द टाइम ही हैज टू स्पेंड विद हिज फैमिली, विद हिज ओनर. So the owner must be given precise information as to how he can deal with and cope up with the treatment of his or her pet. Problem solving is another skill which is required by a doctor. A veterinarian doctor must possess keen observation as well as problem solving skills in order to come up with an accurate diagnosis which will actually directly relate to the kind of treatment plan that follows. Manual dexterity, which is hand coordination and control of hand movements while doing surgeries and while treating injuries in the wounded patients, is also extremely necessary when you're going in for this field. Talking about the study route which one has to follow while choosing this career or when you're opting for this career, well, first of all, class 12 pass with biology as the preferred subject can actually go in for NEET exam. One has to qualify the NEET exam in order to get admission in the Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry course, which is offered by quite a few institutions in India as well as abroad. It is a 5-year course जो कि include करता है a blend of classroom teaching, practical sessions as well as mandatory practical training, which actually gives the aspirant a hands-on experience with sick and injured animals. After this, the doctor generally goes in for a master's course in veterinary science, which is a 3-year program. And then for further study, and if you want to go in for research, then you can opt for Doctor of Philosophy in Veterinary Medicine. Now, what are the prestigious institutes? Well, there are a lot of institutes in India which offer courses in animal husbandry as well as veterinary science. For example, Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao Telangana State University, College of Veterinary Science in Guwahati, which is extremely famous as well. Indian Veterinary Research Institute in Bareilly is one of the popular institutes, and Lala Lajpat Rai University of Veterinary and Animal Sciences in Hisar, amongst others. Now, if we talk about the salary prospects, well, it can differ from organization to organization, from individual to individual. It can depend on what sector you're working in, what is your job profile, etc. Like for example, the starting salary, it may range from 25,000 to 50,000 per month, and senior level salaries can actually be around 8 lakhs per annum. However, in private services wherein the veterinarians open their own private clinics, the salary prospects can be extremely vast and may range from thousands to lakhs per month even. Job outlook for veterinarian services is quite positive. In fact, employment of veterinarians is projected to grow 16% over the coming next 10 years, much faster than average of all occupations, whether we are considering occupations in the medical industry or elsewhere. Overall job prospects obviously look quite positive, also because there is development of infrastructure in animal healthcare. There are various organizations and NGOs which are working towards animal healthcare, as well as now consumers or owners have also started to increase the animal or pet related. Now all these factors are going to drive and increase the employment in the veterinary science field. As it is, veterinary medicine has advanced considerably in the past. In the future too, it is expected to boom likewise. I'd like to end today's talk by quoting Will Rogers. The best doctor in the world is the veterinarian. They can't ask their patients what is the matter. They've got to just know. Thank you. Have a great day.